Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another awesome episode of Tunesday Tuesday. It is episode number 36. August 4th or 5th, August 5th of 2025, and we are excited to bring to you special guest singer-songwriter Chase Glover tonight. One of my good buddies from right here in Wood County, where I am from, or where we are living. That's not where I'm from, but that's where I'm at. We're so excited to chat with Chase tonight. This was a reschedule. It worked out better now than it would have earlier in the year, and I'm so stoked to talk to Chase again about his music. He's got a new single out. He's picked a great song for the song of the week. Again, you guys, if you're watching live, either on Twitch or Facebook, y'all have the opportunity to request your favorite song tonight, and we will definitely play it as long as it's not offensive in any way. So be nice, be kind, and we will rewind. That doesn't make sense. That's okay, though. If you're watching in the future on Spotify or YouTube, this is a live podcast. And if you want to watch this entire recap, including the music, you can click the episode 36 recap link in your description below. Otherwise, you're only going to hear the interview tonight. And that's okay, too, if you're interested in Chase Glover. Which you should be, by the way, because Chase is fantabulous. But without any further ado, guys, we're going to get into it with my buddy Chase. And we're going to talk about his brand new single, which came out like a month or two ago. So let's get into it with Chase right now. Chase, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Chris. How are you?
Not too bad, man. I was just telling the folks out there that you and I go way frickin' back, man. We've been around a
Long
minute.
time.
Yeah, man. And I didn't say in the intro, but I have to get it out of the way. You are the man that married me and Louise.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
still have that perfect record going?
I do. So far, so good.
Yeah. So how many is that up to?
Just did number 9.
So 9, guys. So just so you're wondering, if you're wondering out there, Chase has married 9 different couples, and none of them have been divorced yet. That's incredible stuff, man. What do you attribute that to? Just good luck or what?
I think I just found the right people at the right time.
There you go. I love that, man, and I'm glad to be part of that, because that's the last thing I need in my life right now is divorce. But yeah, we have Chase here on the show because he's a fabulous songwriter and an incredible singer as well. And you've been doing this a minute, but I always say that the hardest interviews to do is the people that you know the most about. So I have to kind of dumb myself down. Where are you from originally, Chase?
Actually, my family's been here in the Winsboro area since the 1860s.
Wow.
I lived in the Metroplex a short period of time when I was really young. We moved back here when I was 8. And then I spent 6 years in College Station at A&M in school. But other than that, I've been in Winsboro the whole time.
Yeah, so this is home for you. Probably will be the rest of your life, right?
Absolutely.
That's the opposite of a problem. I'll keep it
Yeah.
real. It's fabulous around here, man. I'm so glad to live in Wood County now. Of course, you know, when I first moved to Texas, it was Longview, and you know, we've been in the Mineola area now since 2021, and just love it here. It's just such a different vibe than Longview. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When did you start becoming serious about music? Was it pretty early on, or what?
I started taking guitar lessons when I was 5,
Okay.
and that lasted for about a year, and I kind of lost interest in it, and then got back into it when I was about 15,
So what
and then it's been pretty steady since then.
what was the impetus in getting back into it?
Have a buddy of mine named Eric Hurt, and Eric and I started running around, and he was a songwriter at 15 years old, and I thought that was interesting, and he and I started writing some stuff together, and it just went from there.
Has it always been kind of a country music thing for you?
It's a little bit of everything. I mean, I like every genre of music that's out there,
Yeah.
and most of what I do ends up kind of with more of a country lean. I think that has a lot to do with the music that I grew up with, and with my voice too. It lends itself to that kind of older country sound.
Man, you are one of the most lyrical people that I know, right? And what I mean by that is like the lyrics mean so much. They're relevant to so many different people. They're real. And are you aware of that, man? Like, is that part of your strategy in writing songs?
I write a lot of stuff just kind of from the way it felt. A lot of it is stuff that I've actually lived through in one way or another. and so I'm writing from a place of how it feels to me. So I think it comes across as genuine because those are real feelings.
Yeah. And man, just the descriptive nature of your lyrics, man, it's almost like, like a novelist writing a song. Like, where does that come from for you, do you think?
I write a little bit of everything. I do. I write some poetry too, and I've started about 6 different books that I never finished. And
I think we're
I
all there,
love,
right?
yeah. Well, I just love the written word,
Yeah.
whether you're writing a song or you're writing a book or whatever it is. The ability to go back and to change what's been said, which is something you don't get to do in real life,
Yeah, of
you
course.
know, is really good, and you can tweak it. And the one of the songs that we'll talk about and that you're going to play tonight, "Drink Another Sad Song." It was a year and a half writing it, because Brasco and I would just go back and forth and tweak it here and tweak it there and change a subtle part of the lyric and whatever. So
And for those of you outside the East Texas area, he's referring to Chris Rasco, who's one of the best musicians in East Texas, without a doubt. Incredible songwriter, incredible producer, and somebody y'all should definitely check out as well. Yeah, "Drinking Another Sad Song" is the song that we are featuring tonight. We will definitely get more in depth about that song here in a moment. But there's just I mean, you've been doing this for so long. Or songwriting process wise, are you more lyrical or melodic at first, or does it differ between songs?
100% lyricist. I play with Kevin Tenney a whole lot. We
Sure.
kind of do that little 2 man thing, and Kevin and I's songwriting process. We've really in 20 something years of us playing together, we've only written a couple of songs together, handful, because our writing processes are so completely different. Kevin hears everything finished in his head,
Yeah.
and I basically sit down and I have an idea and I get the words there, and then I go find the music to come back to the words.
So is Kevin more melodic than you? Would you think?
Oh, absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
so I'm
Much
surprised that you guys have only written a handful of songs together. If you're more lyrical and he's more melodic, it would seem like pretty good puzzle pieces there.
it is, and it's just and like I said, we it's not that it's hard for us to write together, but it's just our process is so different that it he's over here in one place and I'm going the opposite direction,
Yeah.
so it makes it a little more difficult to do.
Do you think that's hard too because you guys know each other so completely? I mean, you guys have been, friends forever. I mean, as long as I've known y'all have been best friends. That's got to be
Yeah,
tough too, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt, because especially when we're writing about something that we know neither one of us has lived or done,
Right.
and
Yeah.
a little bit of imposter syndrome sometimes.
Of course, man. I got to point out too, man. I got to give you your flowers as not just a songwriter, but a supporter of the arts in Wood County, man. Chase is. If you ask me who supports music more the most in Wood County, Chase Glover would be my answer. There is nobody, in my opinion, who supports the arts in Wood County more than this man right here. I mean, he makes sure. I know he works with the Bowery Stage, Winsboro Center of the Arts, and helps bring in just fabulous artists to that stage multiple times a year. I just wanted to give you your flowers on that, and as a music fan, I wanted to thank you for that as well personally.
Well, I appreciate it. That's where my heart is, and the ability to bring some bigger name acts into East Texas in a small town community in that little intimate room there at the Art Center
Yeah.
has been a blessing that I can't even really describe in words.
Yeah, what a magical place, man. Honestly, like just what a magical place. Maybe the best room in East Texas, really, for hearing original music, without a doubt. And speaking of supporter of local regional artists, songwriters especially, Chase has chosen a song that you guys should all be familiar with because I think we've played it more than any other song on this show, and that's "In the Morning" by Katie Wallace. Tell us about this one and why you picked it, Chase.
Met Katie not too long ago actually, and her and her husband Colby. Um, Colby is who finished up "Drink Another Sad Song," I started out with Daryl Edwards producing that, and then Daryl moved overseas, and I finished it up with Colby and Chris Rasco, and met Katie through that process. And she had played some shows with Meredith Crawford, and Meredith and I have been friends for a long time too. And just kind of caught one of their shows one night out, and really just fell in love with what she was doing. And then that last song, "End of the Morning," just got me, you know.
Yeah. I love the wordplay in it. It's a great, great song, man. You got to listen to it close to really understand what she's talking about as a writer, and that's, to me, that's always a good song. As far as Meredith goes, I want to point out to y'all out there that are watching and listening, she was the female voice on the song we introed the episode with, which was called 12-Step Waltz, which is a duet. Look, anytime two of my friends have a duet, I get excited as hell, man. So when that song came out, I was so happy. Chase and Meredith on the same song.
We got Meredith to sing with me on it, and then I wrote that one with Tyler Linnaeus, so it was all the way around.
Let's go. I didn't know that. Let's go.
Yeah. Tyler and I wrote that together.
I did not know that, man. Tyler's a freaking. I miss that kid, man. I know why. I get it. You know, family life comes first, but man, I miss that kid. He's so damn talented.
Absolutely.
Yeah, another Wood County freaking original, right? I mean, let's. Yeah, and speaking of Katie and Meredith, they're both going to be on the Bowery stage, I think, this month, August 30th.
August 30th, Meredith, Katie, Kate Kirby,
yep,
Sharon Walker, and Lynn Adler
are
doing just a 5-person song swap. It's going to be one of the most stellar things you've ever put your ear on.
It's going to be ridiculous. I'll be there, no doubt about that. No doubt about it. With bells on. Let's talk about the featured song, Chase. Again, it's called Drinkin', Another Sad Song. This is the most recent single from you. Tell us a little bit about the song, how it came to be.
One Sunday afternoon, and this was probably 2020, Chris Rasco came over, and we sat down here in my office, and we wrote 3 songs in 3 hours.
Wow.
And ended up keeping all of them. One of them was Holiday Cheer that I put out at Christmas last year. We wrote that together that same day that we wrote Drinking Another Sad Song. Chris kind of had it started, and he said, I kind of got this song, kind of an old country George Jones vibe, and the hook for it is, so I'm drinking another sad song tonight.
Yep.
And I was like, man, I love that. So we started after it, and like I said, it knocked it out pretty quick. It wasn't a long process at all, and then I started playing it out, and Chris kind of, one night he was like, yeah, I thought that was my song, but I think it's yours. So we ended up doing that recording, and like I said, Chris did a lot of the production on it.
The name of the studio that Rasco works out, it's called the Woodshed, right?
Well, we've done stuff over there with Goodshed. Is what
Goodshed, yeah,
over in Canton.
Okay,
and then we've done some stuff with Colby and them at 222 Studios, which is in Alba.
All right, cool. I just wanted to give everybody their Alba. That's insane. That's where I live, essentially. I mean, I could throw a rock to Alba from where I live. Actually, I have an Alba physical address. So yeah. I had no idea. We're gonna have to definitely. Katie and somebody I definitely want to have on the show at some point. We've reached out to her, and hopefully that can happen soon, because I love her vibe as well. And she is so genre fluid, right? Like very, very genre fluid.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. I love that. Man, Chase, I appreciate you for coming on, man. I'm glad this worked out. Your uncle is in my thoughts, and I know what you're going through. And I hope you keep your head up through all of that. My mom's going through the same stuff, so I completely understand. And, man, we're only a phone call away or a text away if you need us for anything, okay? I
appreciate that a whole bunch, my friend.
Yeah, no problem. You have a good night, man. Thanks for coming on.
You too, bud.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Guys, Chase Glover, the one and only, my bud. Man, I love that guy so much. He's just such a supporter of local music and regional music, and a fabulous singer-songwriter in his own right as well. There's 2 guys really, him and he mentioned Kevin Tinney, who are both very, very supportive of the arts here in Wood County, and they just happen to be best friends as well, and they are both incredible songwriters, and I tell them that all the time. They're both super humble dudes. But we're excited to get into the music. We do have a request waiting as well, which we'll get into here very shortly.